All right, well, let's spend a few minutes on case studies. First of all, I hope everyone's doing well this week. And we're going to use case studies throughout the quick 8 weeks that we have. And actually, you may have some case studies later on in the program, depending upon the class, depending upon the instructor. So for this class, we're going to focus in on case studies that get us thinking about the attributes of the learners that many of us are either working with or will be working with. Now, we may be working with them in the general education environment. We may be working with them in the special education environment. The big thing that I want us to understand are the basic attributes of these individuals. Now, we have different categorical areas. We have definitions for those categorical areas. We're going to learn or be reinforced about what we already know, that the law has identified these as separate categories to serve under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to bring these individuals to life. Now, we want to bring them to life to further illustrate what it means to have this disability, what type of information you might have available to you already in the positions you hold or in the positions that you hold in the future, what you should expect to have, but also how to understand the information that you do have. Now, as you see from this screen, we have an area down below that's called case studies. And those case studies, when you select them, will come up with a variety of different individuals. And we will have a little focus as we go along with certain individuals that you'll need to look at. So, for example, we'll look at individuals that are in the area of ADHD, and that will be Sophia. We'll look at Helena, who's in the area of learning disabilities. We'll look at Nolan, who's in the area of intellectual disabilities. Now, the case studies themselves are based on real elements. They're based on individuals that exist. They are actually individuals that exist, or they're a combination of individuals that exist. Our big focus is we want you to be understanding of what the issues are when it comes to, as I mentioned, attributes or characteristics, but also want you to understand some of the issues that surround them, their community, their family, their attributes in terms of their learning, things of that nature. And so in each case study, you're going to have an opportunity to take a look at everything from families and friends, records and data. And that's going to be very important because we have a lot of information and we're gaining more and more information about the students that we serve. So how do we use that information? Now, in the past, a lot of that information would be locked away in a cabinet. And I'm finding digital and right now some environments where it's locked away in a digital universe. But we should be able to access that. If we're working with that child, don't let anyone tell you that you can't have access to that. If you are working with that individual with a disability and they have information, you need access to it. So we'll look at Trey later on these 8 weeks, and I'll be asking you to take a look at his personality, understanding his family history, understanding his characteristics or attributes, academic background, student data, etc. And some of it will just be, hey, do an overview of these individuals, get a little taste of these individuals. And others, you'll actually have to create some things from it. You'll actually have to break down some information and show me that you looked through it and also were able to glean information out. So the overall purpose of the case study, again, is to be illustrations of individuals that we serve, focusing on attributes of different disabilities. And as we have in this broad overview, we've done everything from high incidence to individual learning disabilities, individuals with behavioral disorders, intellectual disabilities, ADHD, OHI, autism spectrum disorder, etc. And we even have some individuals in the transition area. And then again, each case study will allow us to think about these individuals, get information about these individuals, and begin to apply these individuals. So, hope that helps. I hope you're able to get to, and I'll get back here, get to the case studies themselves. We have little directions when we're asking you during the modules to say, okay, now remember, let's go visit a case study. Hope that helps as well. And again, hope this overview got you thinking about why we're using them, what is in there to use, the purpose behind the application, and of course the assignments will make further connections. As always, if you have questions, you know how to email me, you know how to text me, you know how to call me. So don't get circled up, don't get into any type of cycle, don't get wrapped up into not understanding something and spending too much time on that. Reach out to me. I'm here for that. Great.